so. Make sure the mic's working. It should be. I'll ask the people when they come in. Hey, can everybody hear me? Can you all hear me? All right, let's see here. Open this. Sorry, guys. I'm hoping you guys can still see me because I'm not very. Oops, everybody knows I'm not all that great with I don't know if this is what I'm looking for. Okay, you know what? I ain't gonna worry about it. Hey, all right. Can everybody hear me? Hey, what's up, Big Daddy? Hey, Ohio Messenger. Can you guys hear me? This is all new setup and everything, so want to make sure everything works. Can you guys hear me? I know the mic on my computer doesn't work, so my son helped me with all this setup. So can you guys hear me? Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, guys. And I'm not seeing any ones. Rut-row. Huh. Maybe I should go. Maybe. Oh, good. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Big Dad. Nobody was responding to me, so I wasn't sure anybody could hear me. So I'm over here at my son's house, guys. Hey, Chad. How you doing? So I'm over here at my son's house. This is his little. This is his office that he uses for his business. And he had to set up the behind me. He had to set up the Viking mural there. That's to honor our heritage. So yeah, he's all right. Thanks, Tony. Yeah. So yeah, we have a lot of Upper Germany near Scandinavian, but it's all registered. Our ancestry is Scandinavian, besides the little German and little Irish we have in us. But other than that, hey, Piss Off Marine, how you doing, buddy? So I'm doing this podcast because I want to kind of go over the do's and don'ts of cop watching, and all. I mean, I guess it all falls in the same realm of cop watching and auditing, same thing basically. It's mostly cop watching's out on the street where we're encountering police randomly. We're auditing, it's pretty much everybody knows we go into a building and see if they respect the right to record. That shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't even be a see if they'll let us kind of thing when we're cop watching. I mean, we all know we have that right, so there ain't too much that they can do about it. So, let me see if I can pull this up, guys. Sorry, I don't want to take away too much time, but let's see if I can pull this up. All right, right here. Here we go. All right. But anyways, what I'm going to be sharing is coming straight off of the police's own websites. They're basically their rules and their policies set forth by like the union people and things. So let me go up here. It's the IACP Law Enforcement Policy Center. You guys can go there if you want to and read it. It's just like I said, I'll put a description or a link in the description. Well, I won't put a link because I don't know how to put a link, but we already know I don't know how to do links. So eventually I'll get educated enough, but right now I don't know how to do links, but I will put that website in my description so you guys can go to it and read it if you want. But it's that, like I said, it's the IACP Law Enforcement Policy Center. It's where the policies of all police departments basically get handed down to departments. Some departments will, they'll enact them policies. Some may not enact all the policies set forth by this, I guess. But this is here. This is what, can't even see it. Blank screen. That's where I got it. Yeah, right there. You can't see shit. So, but see. Yeah, I'm pissed off, Marine. I can't wait, man. Let me know when you do, and I'll come to your channel and check it out. Van life with bow. All right, then. Hell no. All right, what's up, Joey? What's up, Direct? Poor Dirt Farmer. What's up, man? So, anyways, like I said, man, guys, my views and I have to get back at it, guys. My views and everything is just went to hell, man. I'm lucky if I get 100 views anymore. So, it is what it is, though. I'm I don't know what that means, Freaks 2.0, but okay. So back to recording the police, okay? Some people, and I'm not going to point fingers at any auditor or cop watcher, because I have no room to talk. I've been aggressive and I've been pushy, and we all know that. I am trying to get better at that, and I want to be a little more respectful as long as they respect me. My wife, yeah, William, I don't, the post office is okay. It's okay. I mean, what a lot of auditors don't realize is that if the postmaster or a representative of them tell the person to leave, it's like this. You can't have it both ways. All right. You can't walk into a post office and start spouting off poster 7, poster 7, poster 7. Because then that's going to make the people there think, oh, okay, well, poster 7 allows them to record in here. Okay, well, we'll just go get the supervisor that's in duty right now and tell them they want you to leave. So then when they tell you to leave, that person tells you to leave, you can't be like, oh, no, it's my right, because they can just look at you and be like, well, poster 7, poster 7, poster 7, because poster 7 says, unless the postmaster or a representative of the post office or a security asks you to leave, then you have to leave. Post office, it's that double-edged sword where, they went private, I think in the 70s, but they get money every year. What was it last year? Like $18 billion. So as far as post offices go, I'm all for it as far as being outside. Most part, like, I don't know if you guys know Amagansett Press. I'm sure most of you do. He's got almost 250,000 subscribers, and I love the way he does his stuff. Right, exactly, William Kane. Exactly. Yeah, me too, Direct D. I pretty much only record the police. I do like to go do audits, though. I mean, but when I do audits, it's more along the lines of police station. Now, I've done audits in the past where, like, when I went to the health department for my own business, I will record. I will record anywhere that I interact with any public officials. I'm going to record that. I don't care where I'm at. But that's not really that's not really an audit. That's just protecting my ass. I say it over and over. There's nothing worse than a dishonest cop. These people have the ability to ruin our life forever, forever. So they can't, their credibility, morals, and virtues have to be above reproach. And that's why I do what I do, because I'm sure that most of you guys, I mean, for the most part, William, yeah. I mean, listen, I don't, what? Hey, look, Joey, I mean, I ain't got many teeth. I got a few, brother. But anyway, but it ain't from doing drugs, man. So it don't matter. It's just from not brushing my teeth. When I was younger, I say it all the time. I didn't grow up with parents. I grew up in a children's home. I didn't have people saying, "Hey, don't play in traffic, stay away from the river, and brush your teeth before bed." I had people saying, "Hey, go play down at the river. Hey, don't you want to go run in traffic?" You know what I'm saying? Because the people that took care of me were paid to do so. And they didn't give a fuck if we lived or died. They wouldn't give a shit if we got killed the next day. So I didn't have a parental guidance telling me, "Hey, make sure you brush your teeth after you eat." That type of shit. And by the time I was really old enough to realize that my teeth was already fucking fucked up. You know what I mean? But anyway, all that aside, I don't care. People don't like seeing my teeth. They can go away. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I do this podcast if there's only one of you guys in here, so it don't matter. But anyway, so I lost my train of thought, guys. Sorry. But anyway, I don't mind doing a post office as long as they're out in the parking lot or on the sidewalk. That's fine with me. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I mean, it usually it lacks any, interesting video, if you're out at the sidewalk. But I've done Fairfield post office here, and the police was actually called on me. I didn't even go near the entrance of the building at all. I was out on a public sidewalk, and they still called the police on me. And police come out. So I'm just going to record every time I deal with any public official. Like I was saying. But the police, it's like I'm sure you guys all know my story with what really pretty much got me into this. I was assaulted by the police, beat shit out of, and arrested and charged with assault to a cop. Never touched the guy. You know what I'm saying? But the minute the cop puts his hands on you, he has to justify doing so. And that comes with assault, resisting, whatever, Yeah, I'm not out, William. I'm not out to especially a private citizen. I try not to get as many private citizens on my camera as I can. I'm not there to deal with them. I'm not there to harass them. And that's just that, with the police, I never know what I'll do with the cops. Being silent, telling them to fuck off. I mean, it's all pretty much up in the air for me. Depends on really how they approach me. But I'm moving more towards that dialogue. I want to have that dialogue with them because I want to root out the bad cops, man. I really do. I believe that we need police, but I also believe that these people have to be above reproach. They cannot. I mean, I'm for body cameras on the cops that are not tamperable. In other words, from the moment that cop starts shift, he has a body camera on his person that is running constantly, nonstop, that he can't put up his finger and turn the volume off of it, the sound off, or the picture off. You know what I mean? How many times have you guys watched the video and seen them pop the volume off on it where we can't hear nothing they say? Why is that? It ain't because they're doing anything personal of information. Fuck that. You can hear them talk all, you hear when it's a body camera and you hear this officer talking, he'll say the whole name, social security number, date of birth right on the camera. But buddy, when they got some dirty shit to talk about, it's click off with the sound so nobody can hear them. That's what I mean. They don't need that. They need to be able to not mess with them at all. They need to be encased in something that's tamper proof, and they get turned on when they leave for shift, and they're turned in at their end of their shift. And then there's an IT person that's not a cop, downloads all that information into a database to be looked at a later time if needed. That's what they need to do. My son, Yeah, you're right, Frontline. You know, and that's the thing, man. They, uh, what's that, Grizzly Man? Dude, you bring it on yourself. You record, and past keeps following you. Not the sharpest knife that's in the drawer. I don't understand what you mean there, Grizzly Man. My past has nothing to do. Yeah, Axe, I really like Texas Sheepdog. You know, it's hard not to like any of them Texas auditors, guys. You know, you guys think about it. The Texas auditors are great. I mean, they're awesome guys. You know, they have each other's backs. They do a lot of research before they go out. You know, and they are prepared for anything that happens. You know, they're great. You know, I watch Texas Sheepdog. I watch SAS to see Prez. I watch News Now Community, Dave Warden. I don't want to hear nothing about his criminal record. That's got nothing to do with me. And you know, and until a man is found guilty by a jury of his peers, I'm not going to comment on anything like that. So just save your typing. But Grizzly, I don't know what you mean, buddy. Yep, exactly. Frontline. Yep, have no say. Well, you know, Grizzly, don't none of my mods mod out Grizzly Man. He's got the right to speak in here. He can say whatever he wants, as long as he don't get vulgar. He's fine. If he starts getting vulgar, one of my mods can boot him. But look, Grizzly Man, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it, buddy. You know, I mean, why are you here? I don't understand why you're here watching my channel. I mean, you know, I don't know what you're talking about, Grizzly. We've discussed this in the past. Maybe we have, man. Hey, I'm 51 years old. I'm getting old, buddy. My memory is what it used to be. But anyways, you know, my past is my past, buddy. You know, I didn't do anything when I got beat down by the police. I sure didn't. I sure as hell didn't ask to be beat down for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But you know, people like you, Grizzly, like to take things they don't know facts about and form an opinion. You don't know all the facts of anything about me. Just because I mean, personally, I guess you personally don't like me, and that's fine. I don't care. Get off my channel and don't watch, or keep watching. Appreciate it. Hit that thumbs down, Grizzly. I'm fine with it. It don't matter to me. What's that, Cato Edge? You know what I've shared in the past, meaning what, man? You mean what happened to me? Well, it's absolute 100% truth. Sorry if you don't. I mean, you know what the public should. I don't know what you mean, man. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. All I do is record the police. If that bothers you, I don't know what to tell you. I don't make the police look bad. They look bad on their own. You know what I'm saying? I am trying to get better at it. Yeah, he does frontline. But you know what? He's caught there, and he's entitled to his opinion. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? He's you know, public record. Public record, Grizzly Man, is what the public officials put in a fucking piece of paper about you, dude. You know what I'm saying? They also have me down as having mental issues. You know what I'm saying? They have me down as armed and dangerous and have mental issues. I wonder why that is, Grizzly. I don't have a gun. Why do they have me armed and dangerous? Why do they have me mental issues? Wouldn't happen to be because, I don't know, setting me up for the future, shot to my back. Think about that, buddy. Think about that. A public record is what some public officials wrote down about you in a folder somewhere. That means nothing. Public record doesn't mean shit to me. You know what I'm saying? You can go on the Court Connection website, the Hamilton Municipal Court, and look at my record and see I've got about 50 fucking charges that I've had. But see, them charges, 90% of the charges shouldn't even be on my record because I was found not guilty for them or they were dismissed. You can go on that website and put my info in and still see the jaywalking ticket that I got. It's bullshit, dude. They don't remove what you're found not guilty for. It's still there for anybody to see. Then that makes you look bad. You see what I mean? That makes me look like I've done all this shit, even though I was found not guilty for not. If you have to go into the summary on it, go into the summary and see what happened, the outcome of the case was. You can see that most of it was not guilty. Well, a lot of it was not guilty. A lot of it was me just pleading out to it, because it was before I knew my rights. And I didn't know anything about that kind of shit. I just was like, oh, well, I had a public defender telling me, hey, you're going to lose. Take this. It's no jail time. So, of course, I took it. It's not something I would do now. And they know that. That's why I've had no charges in the past 10 or 12 years. Because since I've learned about my rights, they know I'm not going to just lay down and take it. You see what I mean? Just like with the whole domestic violence against my kids, they knew I was going to take that to the fucking jury trial. I was going to take that to the box because I didn't do it. And it got dropped because they knew that, oh, Donald Smith ain't going to lay down and roll over and take it no more. Well, damn, so, and that's why. So, it is what it is, but, But, Grizzly, man, public record is, it is what it is. Grizzly, man, you're 100%, you're 100% entitled to your opinion, buddy. And hey, I commend you for saying what you want to say, brother. You never would be banned off my channel for saying what you want to say, as long as what you have to say isn't vulgar. You know what I'm saying? I won't put up with that. That's about the only thing. And yet, it's my channel. If I don't want you to say vulgar shit, I'll get you. I don't have to let you. But other than that, say whatever you want, man. But anyways, guys, you look. The pretty much do's and don'ts of cop watching. You got these guys that get up in these cops, right up in the middle of these cops, and try to push the whole, Supreme Court's rule 10 feet. No, they ain't. We all know that. Anybody with any intelligence knows that there's no court case ruling of 10 feet. There was a case of 10 that auditor got arrested for interfering. That was 10 feet away, and the Supreme Court ruled that was far enough away. But that's a case by case, obviously that's a case by case situation. So, you could take away from that that, well, 10 feet, I can get away with 10 feet, depending on the situation, you can get away with being that close. But here's the thing. Exactly, Frontline. They control the narrative, and they control what people's public record says about them. So anybody that says, "Oh, I've read about you, and that's public record," well, guess what? It is what it is. That whatever. I take that with a grain of salt. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? All I know is as I got out of the military. Within 8 months of getting out of the military, I was beat the fuck out of by a cop. Beat the shit out of, slammed in the handcuffs, and put in jail for assault to a cop and never touched the guy. Never touched him. Not a bit. Tell me, Grizzly, did my wife and my unborn child she was pregnant with, did they deserve what they got too? I mean, you tell me that, My wife was 18 at the time, freaked out, come running around the cars like screaming, help, help, help. The cop jumped up off of me because I was already handcuffed, ran after her, choke slammed her on the hood of his car, and looked at her and said, if you have a miscarriage, it's your fault. Well, she did. 5 months pregnant, had a miscarriage. I guess Cops probably justified in that too, right, Grizzly Man? I mean, since you've got so much knowledge of my life and you're so knowledgeable of what's right and wrong, why don't you tell me, was that right? Was that okay to do? Because a young 18-year-old girl that's never experienced police brutality before was freaking out over an officer with a knee in her boyfriend's throat, pounding his face into the dirt for no reason, none at all. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know, I don't expect you to answer that, buddy. And it's fine. You don't have to. Exactly, Frontline. Probably so, William. You know, what I think is so funny is the guy that's calling me private ain't got the balls to drop his number or tell me who he is. Hey, private guy, if you're watching, why don't you call me now? I'll answer it to you. I got my phone right here. Call me. I'll answer it. We'll have a live talk right now. We'll talk about what your problem is. How about that? I don't expect that though. You know, that'd be too manly for him to do. You know. What? I look cleaner. Richardson, I've never done meth in my life, buddy. You know how stupid you sound saying that, man? I have never in my life done meth. Never even tried meth. So, got another one, man? I mean, come on, dude. Do you got another one, bro? Because that's not flying, bro. And anybody that knows me knows that I've never done meth. I'm by far not an angel. You know what I'm saying? But never meth, buddy. Sorry. Try another one. Oh, I know they have. My teeth? Nah, sorry, buddy. My teeth tell me that. My teeth say another story. Yeah, that I didn't brush my teeth when I was growing up. That's what my teeth are about, man. I mean, it is, you know, KWH, man, it's okay, brother. You know, it is what it is. I mean, he could say what he wants, but I've never done meth. I don't hide. Hey, Richardson, brother, I don't hide what I've done. I'm a fucking 51-year-old man, buddy. If I've done meth, I'd be like, yep, I did meth. Deal with it. Just like I'll tell you, I was addicted to fucking pain pills for 6 years. Yep, I was. I got in a motorcycle accident, had shoulder surgery. It got messed up. The doctor was prescribing me 90 pain pills a week for a year and a half. I got addicted to them. I'd never done drugs before, except I'd smoke pot. I didn't know that I'd get addicted to it. Now, granted, guys, my wife, Michelle, told me, JR, you need to stop doing them like that. You're going to get addicted to them. My answer to her was, no, I'm not, babe. The doctor knows what the hell they're doing. I think the doctor knows more than you. Well, I was wrong. I got addicted to him. The doctor realized he screwed up. He wasn't supposed to give them to me like that. Cut me off out of the blue. And of course, I was addicted by then. So I turned to buying them off the street. That went on for about 6 years. And yep, I was addicted to them. Here's what I've done, Richardson. What is it? Here we go. Here's the drugs I've done. I have no problem telling anybody what drugs I've done because I don't do anything no more. I don't do drugs and I don't smoke. I don't even drink. So here's the drugs I've done, guys. I've done cocaine. I've done marijuana. I've done pain pills. I've drank. And I think that's it, guys. I think I tried acid one time when I was like 21 or 22. And nothing happened, didn't do anything to me. So I think it was just bullshit. I think the dude my buddy that gave it to me, yeah, I think it was just bullshit because it didn't freak me out. It didn't make me hallucinate or whatever. It didn't do anything to me. But that's basically my whole life. I've been a pothead. That's what I was for the majority of my life. I don't smoke pot anymore because I have a hard time breathing as it is because I smoke so much. I haven't lit a cigarette since I've been on the stream because I'm in my son's home and he don't allow smoking in his house. So you know, I don't get to smoke, but it is what it is. Hey, saving me a puff or two ain't hurting me, right? But I love the acid in my 20s. But hey, it's okay. Richardson, man, I haven't done drugs since 2010. I got off pain pills in 2010. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't have got off of them, but that's when I got got a charge, and I got put in jail. And it took them, and my bail, I couldn't afford my bail. It was like $3,000 or some shit. And, I didn't have money. So sat in jail for 7 months, went to court, it got dropped down, or just, I can't remember what happened. I think it got dismissed or some shit, and they let me out. That gave me a boost. That boosted me because I was in jail for 7 months, and I didn't have any pain pills to do. So I went through withdrawals sitting in a jail cell, and I damn sure wasn't going to come out of jail and start doing pain pills again when I was clean, so boom, that was the last time I'd done any kind of drug was 2000. I think it was 2010, either 9 or 10. Don't hold me. It may not have been 9, or maybe 10. I'd have to ask my wife. She has a better memory than me. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting Alzheimer's. but no, seriously, on the real though, I get people. No, not 2019, man. It was 2009 or 2010. It was no sooner than 2010. I think it was 2010 though. Well, that's good, KOH, man. Congratulations, man. Listen, man, I don't hold nothing against anybody doing drugs, brother. It only takes one bad decision to do them and get addicted to them, Nobody's above it. Nobody's beyond being addicted to drugs, and everybody's family has been touched by it. I mean, if your family hasn't been touched by somebody doing drugs or dying from drugs or some kind of ramifications of drugs or alcohol, then you consider yourself very lucky, because I don't know anybody whose family who their life hasn't been affected by drugs some way or another. My wife has lost 2 sisters to heroin, 2, and still has another sister addicted to heroin. She's even went to jail for 10 months. She was in jail for 10 months in Indiana and got out and started doing it right over again. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't going to judge anybody for what they've done. Especially if they're clean and they're not doing it anymore. Why would you do that? It is what it is. Wow. Damn, we're doing shrooms. I ain't never done opium or shrooms, man. Damn, that's crazy. But look, it's don't be tossing panties, Joey. You're crazy, man. Oh yeah, it's cold down here. It's cold up here too, Lorraine. Man, it's like 19, 20 degrees or something. I don't know, but phew, man. Yeah, Michelle, drug addiction is a powerful disease, and it is a disease, and I don't throw hate on nobody for it. My best friend's a former drug addict. Now, don't get me wrong. When he was doing drugs, I didn't have nothing to do with him. I didn't talk to him. I didn't hang with him. I didn't do anything, but he's been clean for 2.5 years now, and we hang out and we talk all the time. And he'll be the first one to tell you his name's Johnny, same as mine. And he'll be the first one to tell you that I don't play that shit. I won't be around that type of shit, but I'm also a former drug addict. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Once a drug addict, always a drug addict. I was addicted. Once an addict, always an addict. And Michelle always tells me, hey, I have an addictive personality. And she's right. Everything I do to extreme, no matter what it is. Smoking, cop watching, anything I do it to extreme. So that's why I stay away from that, that environment, because I don't want to make that stupid mistake that one lapse in judgment of saying, one time ain't gonna hurt nothing, because it will, So, it's pretty much that simple. But yeah, Kato, it's not me too. I can't stop. No, Richardson. I don't have any drug charges, buddy. I don't know who you're talking about, man. I have 0 drug charges. I've never been the only drug charge I've had is back in 96 or 7 or something like that. Was selling weed. A friend of mine from school come to my house and said, "Hey, can you get me an ounce of weed?" And I was like, I guess, Michelle kept saying, "JR, don't do that. Don't do that. That's stupid. I don't trust him anyway. Why? And 2, why would you go get him some weed for nothing?" Why? I was like, well, he'd probably give us some weed, and I smoked weed, I was like, oh, he's cool. He's cool. I've known him. His name's, I can't remember. Sean Ivy. His name's Sean Ivy, and he's a snitch. But he was CI 247, confidential informant number 247. But yeah, that's the only drug charge I got, man. And it got dropped down to attempted trafficking in drugs. And it's because after 3 days of him coming to the house, because, first day he came over, he was like, "Can you get me an ounce?" I was like, "I don't know, let me check." And I went to the kitchen to use the phone, because back then it was a landline, and that's where our phone was. It was only, at the time, it was the only place we had a phone jack. So we had it plugged in there. And went in there to call my friend, and my wife, Michelle, was like, "I don't want you doing it. I don't want you doing it." I was like, okay. So I just pretended like I called my friend and went in there. I was like, "Oh man, he ain't got it right now." He was like, "All right, cool." He come over 3 days in a row. On the 3rd day, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to get it for him so he quits coming the fuck around. So I went out to his car. He had a guy out in the car with him that was an undercover cop. And he was like, "Hey, this is my cousin, blah, blah." I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And now, mind you guys, this is a guy I went to school with. We went to elementary and junior high and high school together. So I've known him for at the time, I've known him for 15 years, you know what I mean? 20 years. I was in my 20s, late 20s. Took him to get it, went up, got it, got back in the back seat, and I handed him the ounce of weed around the side between the doors and the seat. So the cop didn't even see me hand him the weed. But how they do that is they search the guy, this confidential informant, first before they take him out, and then they search him when they're done to make sure they didn't steal any of the drugs they got. And beforehand they do it to make sure that they can't say they got something from somebody and they really didn't. They had it on them. So I got arrested, about 6-7 months later, put in jail, went to court, blah blah, played it out to attempted trafficking in drugs. Fuck, dude. The judge was Judge Cretan. Walked up, or he called my lawyer and the prosecutor up to the desk, and I heard him plain as day. He leaned over and was like, "Is this even a crime anymore?" And the prosecutor was like, "Oh yeah, it's a crime. It's a crime." It was that fucking, I'm gonna tell you right now, that fucking bag of weed was 30 grams when I sold it to the dude. By the time it got to court, and I was going to court for it, and they read it out, all the charges, shit was 23 grams, dude. Where'd the other 7 grams go to? I wonder where, right? But I'm telling you right now, on triple beans, it weighed 30 grams. By the time it got to the courts for evidence, it was 23 grams. No lie, guys. No lie. She's out running around with her sister. I don't know, Richard. I get kind of, I get passionate when I talk about this shit. You know what I mean? Because it's things that's happened to me. It's not that I'm really wound up. I usually do get a little wound up when I start talking about the cop that charged me with the assault, because he killed my kid. And that kind of, that's a tough thing it's a tough pill to swallow, man. And I had to see that cop all the time. He just retired about 5 years ago, and he had this big celebration for his fucking service. You know what I mean? And that just sickened me to my core. He was in the paper, honorary officer, and fuck you scumbag murderer. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about that. But it is what it is. Exactly, Kato Ace. Yeah, Michelle's out running around with her sister. They're just out cruising around. That's what they do. But you know, it's not a big. It's not a big. I don't know. The cops now in my town are, how can I say it? A big difference in the cops from what they were and what they are now. Just actually, if you look at my video I just did with the where the cop pulled in Arby's and was talking to me and Michelle, the older cops, and most of them ain't there no more. And if they are, they're high ups. There's sergeants, lieutenants, one's a police chief, and some of them are detectives. They were all the tyrants. They were tyrants in this town. I mean, these guys would pull you over, beat the fuck out of you here, and not play. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing that saves it now from some of them doing that is that I record. They know I always have my phone on me. And for me to record on my phone, this is, I mean, it's bad that I have to do this. But, hey, I'm the one who decided that I was going to film the police. So I have to take the ramifications of that. And and we all, let's be honest, guys, the ramifications of filming the police are, I'm a target. The cop tried to tell me the other night, oh, none of us hate you and want to do you bad. Come on, man. He may not, and a couple of his friends in the department may not, but there are officers on the police department here in Hamilton that want to see me wants to nail me. So, I have to take precautions, and I have to take steps to protect myself and my family. And one of them I installed cameras in my home, around my home, and all I have to do to record on my phone is tap my power button twice, and it automatically starts recording audio and video. So I had to, and that's a feature in my phone I got that was on it. So, and I do that to protect myself. The least I can do is hit that button twice and it'll start recording, so. Oh yeah, Mr. Halifax. I mean, it's happened a couple times to me. I mean, it really has, the first one when I first got out of the military was back in '93 when I first got out of the military. And the last one was in 2010. That's what the charge was in 2010. That's why I went to jail, guys. That's how I got clean, is I went to jail for that assault to a cop. My bad, guys. That's exactly when it was. That's when I went out to the mailbox to get mails on a Saturday, and Beckelheimer and Taylor pulled around, kicked our door in, beat the fuck out of me, broke Michelle's arm, smacked her in the face, called her a fat bitch. Oh yeah, it was bad. And then I went to jail. While I was sitting in jail, Michelle was one day while I was in jail, Michelle was sitting out on the front porch just chilling. And they pulled up in the alley next to my porch and was talking to her. She didn't get up and didn't go over there, but tried to apologize to her for what happened. And she looked at him and was like, if you was really sorry about it, you would go uptown and tell the truth and let my husband out of jail. And their answer to that was, oh, we can't do that now because we're already on record saying what happened. So, of course, I had to sit in jail for 7 months. And I didn't beat that. I actually just pled out to that. But that was the last time I've ever pled out. And I'll never plead out again. That was when I learned about my rights. I know how it is, thanks, Kenny. I got nothing to hide, man, I mean, like Grizzly said, man, it is public record. For the most part, you can get the gist of things with public, looking at my record. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you where to go. It's called the Court Connection, Hamilton Municipal Court. It's the only place I have any criminal history at. No other place. None, anywhere. So, I mean, there's like 48, 50 charges on me that I've had in my past. Most of them violent, assaults and things like that. But guys, when I was younger, when I got out of the military, I had a PTSD really bad. And I'll be honest, I had PTSD bad. And the only way I knew how to handle that was I was violent. I mean, I was an aggressive person. I fought all the time. You know, somebody looked at me wrong. We was fighting, you know, and that was when I was younger, you know. I was a hand throwing motherfucker back then. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little older now. Now I have, you know, now my son's the hand throwing motherfucker. but you know, yeah, I used to get down, man. You know what I'm saying? Fighting, you know, I mean, that's what I did. Yeah, I mean, in my 20s, you hated to see me then. I was bad, bro. I mean, as far as redneck wise, I was a redneck motherfucker. But, you know, I also, when I was in jail in 2010, they did a mental evaluation on me and found out that I had PTSD. And that's where all the violence was coming from. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I seen shit in the military, you know, and that things I didn't want to explain. I couldn't express things I didn't like that was forced to do, things like that, you know, that I didn't have a choice, you know. So my guilty conscience formed come out in the form of aggression. So it is, but it is what it is. But now, guys, you know, it's just like, you know, people try to down us and do whatever they can to make us look bad because we film the police. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Cads. You know, but you know, I do this for one reason. I don't do it for money because I damn sure don't make no money. At the highlight of my channel, I was making about $300 a month. That's when my channel was getting, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 views. Some of my channels was even up in the 300, 400, 600,000 views. A couple of my videos. I was making $200 to $350 a month. Now I make like $100 because in YouTube, when you go live and you're monetized, they won't release your money until you make $100. It takes me, man, like 3 or 4 fucking months to make $100. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care. I don't depend on that money at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really look. I don't even know I don't even know how much money I got because I haven't looked at it in so long because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. If we're hungry and we ain't got no money, I'll look and say, like, oh, can I get some money off that? You know what I mean? But I don't know when the last time that was. It's been several months. But back then, it was about 3 or 4 months ago, I had like $35. That's why I didn't have enough to remove any money. So I don't do this for money. I do it because I don't want nothing to happen to anybody else that's happened to me. He's pulling people over and interacting with citizens to protect that citizen, whether they know it or not, whether they like it or not. That's why I do it. You know, I would like to have dialogue with the police, but what's the point? You know, really, what's the point? I mean, I will have dialogue with police and try to talk to them. But, you know, I also look at channels like Amagansett Press. He's one of the best out there. I love his work. His work is awesome, you guys. He's great. And he's sincere about what he's doing. But here's the thing. When he's sitting there having this discussion with these police, next time you do it, see it, look at the police's face. They don't care. He's fucking might as well be blowing fucking pot smoke out because that's how much attention they're paying him. You know what I mean? Because they don't care. They may act like they're interested in what he's saying, but they're not. By the way, they're looking around and not really looking at him in his eyes and, you know, making eye. They don't care, man. So basically, it's a waste of breath for him. But I see why he does it. You know, I'd like to have that dialogue too. You know what I mean? But usually I don't, you know, but it is what it is, you know. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I am. I think everybody. Yeah, KOH, Amagansett Press and Watching the Watchmen are great. What do I do for money? H3. I'm disabled. H3. I don't. I can't work. I have a bad neck and a bad back. I was in a really bad car wreck, head-on car collision, and my back is fucked up and my neck is fucked up, and I have a blood disease that I can't that prevents me from really having any surgeries unless it's life-threatening. So no surgeon will touch me. You know, they won't do the back surgery or neck surgery. But my three of my vertebrae in my neck are laying on top of each other, and one's bulged out, pressing against my spinal cord, and then 4 or 5 of them in my lower back from the car wreck. They said they would have done surgery and beat that, you know, right then at the wreck. You know, I had a truck come across center lane and hit me head on. Like to kill me. It almost killed me. But it blew out my back, and they wanted to do surgery right then. But before they had surgery, you know, they do a medical check on your records, and they seen that I had something called a factor V latent mutation. It's a blood disease that it's a blood clotting disease where I clot like 40 times. I'm 40 times more likely to die from a blood clot than you or a normal person. So I can't have surgery. I take 9.5 milligrams of blood thinner a day. So warfarin every day. You know, I've had these doctors have been trying to get me to switch over to like Xarelto or some shit like that, some of that other medicine that my blood don't have to be monitored every month. But I look at it like this: if it ain't broke, why don't fix it? I've been on warfarin now for about 8 years, and I've had no side effects, no problems with it. It's worked fine. I don't want to switch to another, you know, blood thinner and it end up fucking killing me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm cool. But yeah, Mr. Halifax. I don't show it a lot, but man, dude, I hurt constantly. I'm in so much fucking pain that the pain I go through probably make a normal person stroke out. I'm not even kidding. My pain threshold is pretty high. You take rat poison. No, I took no rat poison, man. I'm trying to quit. Trying to quit with the rat poison, man. But anyways, I know we've just been shooting the shit, guys. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. But as far as do's and don'ts of cop watching, I try to keep a decent distance from the get-go when I'm recording. You know what I mean? If the cops interact with me and I know the cops and I know that they're cool, I'll get closer to them. You know what I mean? Because I know they know, I know them, they know me, and they know I'm not going to fuck with them. We do have a right to record the police. And with that right, it's audio and video. So for a cop to really tell you to, on just a standard pullover stop, you know, someone stopped for a turn signal, something stupid like that. If you're standing 30 feet away from the stop, the cop has no business talking to you. Has no business interrupting you at all. He doesn't have no business saying, hey, I need you to move over there. I need you 150 feet down that way. I've seen a video the other day where a cop looked at the guy and said, I need you 150 now. Dude did it. No, hell no. I'd have told the cop to go to hell. I ain't moving. He was already a good 50 feet from the stop. He had a good, decent, respectful distance to the cop. So, you know what I'm saying? So there was no point in him saying anything. And he's, you know, the guy still did it. You know, he still went down there. I can't remember. Oh, hey, I'm not down. How you doing, buddy? Thank you. Oh, is it? I didn't know that, H3. Oh, shit. That's comforting to know. I did not know that, dude. Wow. So what do they do? Give the rats blood thinner to kill them like that? Is that what the decon does or something? That's nuts, man. I didn't know that. Thanks, though. Thanks, I'm not done. Yeah, my wife and my son and everybody's commented about how I look. I look better. I don't know why. I really don't, guys. I mean, you know, before, you know, I went through this phase, guys, where I was I don't know if I was depressed. I don't know what it was, but I went through a phase in the past couple of years, man, where I didn't go do anything, guys. I mean, outside of going out and fucking with the police, I stayed at home, man. You know, But lately, past year or so, me and Michelle's been out and about, getting out, doing getting exercise, things like that. I mean, not exercising, but getting around, doing things, actually getting out of the house and intermingling with people, things like that. So, my son's wife even said the same thing. Said, "You really look better. You look like you've lost weight. You're looking better." I guess I don't know, but it is what it is. I appreciate it if that's how you feel. I appreciate it. I mean, I guess I kind of feel a little healthier, Um, I quit drinking pop. I quit eating so much fast food. That's another thing, man. I ate fast food every meal, man. Past 6, 7 months, I've been eating better food, healthier food. Haven't been eating out that much. I cut pop pretty much out of my diet. I drink a couple cups of coffee a day. And for the most part, guys, I've been drinking these, guys. No, this ain't a sponsored video, but this is aloe vera water. This shit is good, dude. It's got little hunks of watermelon in it. I love them. The strawberry is my favorite, and I get mine all the time from the drive-through half a block from my house. I burn them up, man, and I get strawberry there, and I've literally bought all their strawberry. They have none left, so I had to go to watermelon. Pineapple is pretty good, but pineapple to me is too sweet. But yeah, Michelle, thanks. That's yeah. Hey, what's up, reporter? Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's. I mean, pretty much what I've done. I mean, fast food. I can't stomach it anymore, man. You know what I mean? I take medicine. I can't remember the name. What was it called? It's called like ribovastatin. Is a statin for my cholesterol, for my blood cholesterol. Because when I went to the doctor's last time and I did the blood workup, I get a blood workup every month, but they usually only do just my INR for my blood clotting. The last time they did everything, my A1C and all that, because I'm diabetic, and said that I needed that my cholesterol was coming down. Dude, my cholesterol is over 400. My bad cholesterol. You know what I mean? I guess they're whatever it was, it only went to 400, and she said it was higher than that. So they couldn't even read my freaking bad cholesterol. The meter didn't go that freaking high, guys. I mean, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Wow. So I started taking this medicine. They prescribed me this stuff called something vastatin or something like that. Took me a few tries of different medicines through there. Every statin they gave me, I was getting sick. I mean, I physically got nauseous on it. But this one now, don't make me sick, but I also take it at night before I go to bed. So that if I do get nauseous, I mean, if it's not going to make me nauseous while I'm sleeping, I don't guess. And if it does, I don't remember. All right, kiddo. Speaking of cholesterol, right? Yeah, guys, hit the thumbs up, guys. But anyway, guys, if you're out and you're filming the police, I highly recommend everybody film the police, guys. Honestly, everybody, and especially if you're interacting with them, film the police, guys. I mean, it's that simple. But you don't have to do what the cops say. Just because they tell you to move, you ain't got to move. If you feel, I mean, you're going to have to weigh you possibly getting arrested for interference. Interference is not speaking. Nowhere is it speaking. Interference is a form of obstructing. You have to physically obstruct them to be lawfully charged with interference or obstructing. You have to physically obstruct them. One thing I've learned about the law is the meaning of the words that they say mean exactly what them words mean. So if you look up obstructing, that look up it's just that's what you do. You physically, it's like a lot. Go to the dictionary and look up the meaning of the words that they use, It's a good way to figure things out, figure out loopholes around things. But yes, absolutely, Laporte. So if you're 25, 30 feet away, you're plenty far enough, because by law, we're allowed to record interactions we're allowed to film the police. And that's just not visually film them. We're allowed to record police interactions with the public. That's specific. And that means audio and video. Now, I'm not going to say every instance that it's okay for you to be 10 feet away, 15 feet away so you can hear them.